Hi, I'm Chuck Colson with this week's 2-Minute Warning. If you regularly watch the 2-Minute Warning, or if you listen to Breakpoint, you've probably heard me talk about the postmodern impasse. That's my shorthand for the dead end that moral and cultural relativism inevitably leads to. You've also heard me speak about the indebtedness of Western civilization to Christianity. Now, it should come as no surprise when professing Christians talk about these things, but you may be surprised to learn, as I was, that some prominent non-believers are saying the very same thing. The great theologian Michael Novak wrote a wonderful piece about this in the Weekly Standard. We'll link you to it at colsoncenter.org. One prominent non-believer he points to is Marcello, Pera, highly respected philosopher and former president of the Italian Senate. Notwithstanding his atheism, Pera is one of the best-known critics of postmodernism and cultural relativism. Pera has called the belief that there are no moral values or standards which can be applied to all cultures an illusion. He described the absurdity of the postmodern impasse perfectly when he said that if we were really relativists, the international declarations of human rights, which everybody in the Western world wants, relativists included, wouldn't make any sense. So relativists contradict themselves when they deny what they state. See, if relativism is self-contradictory, then what can sustain the kind of politics and societies the Western world aspires to? Pera's answer can be found in the title of his new book, Why We Should Call Ourselves Christians, The Religious Roots of Free Society. According to Pera, the Western liberal democratic order is impossible without a religion of man made in the image of God. Without this belief, the West cannot defend the fundamental and universal rights of human beings or hope that human beings can coexist in a society that respects the rights and dignities of the individual. Acknowledging this indebtedness to Christianity is what Pera means by calling ourselves Christian. He's not talking about personal belief, which he doesn't have. He means embracing what he, in a book he co-wrote with Pope Benedict, called the roots of our civilization. The failure to embrace or even acknowledge these roots has led to the absurd situation Western Europe faces. Rightly appalled by the practices and beliefs of some Muslim immigrants, it calls on them to embrace Western ideals while at the same time denying the universality of those ideals. So when asked by these immigrants why they should forsake their old ways, their answer simply is, the EU Constitution says so. Well, that's not a persuasive answer. It leaves them in an impasse made inevitable by the embrace of relativism. Come to colsoncenter.org and we'll link you to Novak's brilliant Weekly Standard piece, as well as to a brief review of Pera's book. That's colsoncenter.org. I'm Chuck Colson, and that's this week's 2-Minute Warning.